There's a space that all my employees seems to have an aversion to.
We were actually the site of the first city jail.
I heard somebody coming down the last 2 steps.
It definitely caught a silhouette on the stair landings.
The feeling I'm getting is there is a way that things are done.
I am Christine Ingram, the Director of Programs and Events here at the Burgwin-Wright House and the lead interpreter. I have been here either volunteering or working for 6 years now.
I'm Christine Lamberton. I'm the director of the Burgwin-Wright House. I became director in 2013 when we were a small staff of 2, like today, but I was the only full-time person.
As far as some of the more spiritual and paranormal experiences here in the house, one of the things I noticed first was a particular hallway in the upstairs rear of the house that I just kind of had an aversion to. I was not comfortable there. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time there. And it just kind of made the hair on the back of my neck stand up, made my skin crawl a little bit. I've been doing kind of nighttime events here for many years, and always really at night is when it sticks out the most to me, but I can feel it in the middle of the day too.
Probably the most unsettling for me was what we refer to as our back stairwell. It's in the back offices in the employee area. Certain things have been taking place in the museum, and I had a decision weighing on me. It wasn't exactly a pleasant decision I needed to make as a director, and I had been kind of, waited too long to make the decision, but it was time for me to kind of execute it. I remember that space, that stairwell has, again, connected to the master bedroom, that has always felt kind of heavy, unpleasant. But I remember I came in that morning, I was disarming the alarm, and where the alarm pad is the bottom of the stairwell. I heard somebody coming down the last 2 steps, and I felt their energy as if they were standing right next to me, like a pressure. And it wasn't a warning, it wasn't threatening, but it was basically telling me it's time. You need to make this call. It's time. And I remember right then and there, I knew I had to just make that hard call. And I froze for a good 2 minutes. I waited till the pressure was off. The message was received, and once I felt like it had sunk into me, like today was the day, I felt the pressure kind of ease off.
But yes, the back hallway, I feel like it's a more aggressive form, menacing in some aspect. But I will say, even though I don't like thinking about my experience at the keypad, I'm thankful because it was the final push I needed. So it's like this weird relationship with that space. Do I go up and down these stairs in the evenings on my tours? No. And when we walk in and open the house and that door is closed, it's supposed to be open because when we close that museum, we open it to finish our walkthrough. But I found it very closed on several occasions. I don't want to open it because it's like an unleashing of energy that I don't want to feel. And it's where I've heard the threshold. And that when I hear footsteps, it's definitely, there's not just an energy, there's something there. So. it's like one of the things that's validating, but Joy, they definitely caught a silhouette on the stair landings. Yeah. Yeah.
Once we also had visual evidence of someone in that back stairwell, I decided to sit down. And I intentionally decided to sit down because I had a feeling that this guy would not be a big fan of me sitting there. I actively wanted to stop him so that we could try and make contact with him.
The feeling I'm getting is there is a way that things are done, that there's an order to things. This person is not... Oh, I feel like that was just a normal thing.
Just there, you'll see me actually look down to my lower left side, and then I laugh it off because I think it's just in my head, right? But you see an orb coming over the side. I was trying to pass off this little nudge that I had gotten on the side. Now, I don't know exactly who that was, but I'm not entirely sure, but I definitely got some confirmation that what was going on my spiritual side of things was certainly going on right there on the camera as well.
Like this person is not... They're not your general kind of servant. They're in charge. They're in charge. I get a sense of pride. Yeah, I get a sense of pride. Like, this was not easy. Like, I'm here because I work to be here. This is my turf. I'm also getting the sense of, this is the sense of, to me, you don't work here. Like, I don't have to talk to you. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, well, there we go. Okay, I didn't mean to insult you by being here. Okay, here's the other thing. Why are you sitting there? Sitting here you should not sit here because this is a stairwell. Anybody could be going in and out. Why are you sitting there? Like, I'm not gonna be here for long. I'm just getting this kind of... And then there's this other, it's dinner time. Things to do. You need to move. Yeah. Well, thank you for your time. Sorry to bother you. Sorry, I'm laughing. Okay, got it. I'm moving.
I just want to note real quick that the reason why I keep laughing is I am just so astonished by how opinionated this guy is and how much he just does not want me on the stairs. Like, he doesn't mean me any harm, but I am just in awe at how sitting on the stairs has completely thrown his time and how upset he is over that. And he's just confused as to who I am and what I'm doing there. But all the while, he does keep responding to what I'm saying and what I'm asking. And you'll notice I don't overstay my welcome. It's very much I ask what's going on, and then I go from there.
And so I felt like it was him, like, and I associate male's face, male energy, she associates female. But he was basically like, okay, you need to kind of, you're the director, do your job. Mm-hmm. Make this call.
Have you seen Django Unchained, the movie? Mm-hmm. There's a... I already doesn't like the word slave.
Enslaved.
Mm-hmm.
And they're usually like a head butler would have been an enslaved male running the household.
I was going to say, would it have been like the major domo, some kind of head enslaved person who was in charge of making sure the machine went?
And that's the sense I'm getting here. It's very much like, I'm not my parents. I'm not out there, I'm in here. And I think...
And you work to be in here to be here.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm getting the sense that the reason why he doesn't like you know, kind of jumping around the idea, is that is how he got to be where he is, right? He got from out there in here, at least in what he was doing, his particular occupation. And so when he sees that kind of stagnant sort of whatever may be going on, it's very much like, hey, I don't run this house so that you can be stagnant. I run this house so that you can keep it going. And it's not necessarily as like, as I just did it, it's just more like, no, we keep going.
And you're sure that it would be somebody, because regardless, early, middle, later, it would have been the male, they would call them a head butler.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones who run the household. This would have been the working staircase for both the enslaved workers and later on to the servants. It would have been their job at dinner.
I was gonna ask about that, yeah.
And that dinner was served through that door, although that would have been during the colonial up until the 1860s.
Mm-hmm.
This would have been like, you didn't keep moving, they're
Right.
waiting on your food,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
waiting on hot water for their bath, they're waiting on that.
And I think that's why when I even mentioned saying enslaved or slaved, I think that's kind of the step up from where this guy came from. Not to say that he was, because I'm definitely getting a sense of that wasn't me. I was
You
born.
can be first generation free.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very much the sense that I'm getting. It's like, no, I worked for this job. I'm doing this. I'm getting paid for this. This is. There's so much pride. It's a lot of.
Reminds me of Carson in Downton Abbey. Well, you haven't seen Downton Abbey. You guys watch Downton Abbey. This Carson, he's very much. He embodies the head butler.
Yeah. Honestly, the sense that I'm getting is. Thank you again for your time. It's one thing, you know, and it's kind of like the in between of being in this time period, but also being in the time period that he's from. Very much like dinner needs to be ready, but what are we doing here? But we're here. It's kind of like a veil kind of thing.
Following Joanne, get out. We have dinner to serve.
But the sense that I'm getting is. He doesn't have any kind of ill will or anything like that. It's very much we are all here in service to the home, right? And so anything that is in the way that could service the home is in his way. You know, like right now he's like, okay, I'll stop and talk to you, but okay. But when I was sitting there, it was very much like, that's not serving the home. You know, I almost got the feeling of like, I told the kid not to stand there, you know, or not to sit there, that's in the way, you know, don't get in my way. But once again, I'm also getting the sense of it's good to have these conversations. Because I even sense that he slowed down for a minute. Just to say, yeah, I'm here, you're here. We're in service to the home.
I mean, he did me a favor. I mentioned that earlier.
Scary,
He gave me the push I needed. I knew this position needed to be done. It's like, you know.
I wanted to make some contextual notes about this man in the stairwell. Who was he? Well, we don't know. And unfortunately, a lot of the records of both servants and enslaved peoples have been lost over time. It's possible that he was free and being paid to work at this home. I wasn't exactly able to pick up on a time period from him because he seems to be going straight through time itself. He recognizes that he is past and yet he's still there. He recognizes that we are not of his time and yet he still has expectations of us for, once again, serving the home, as he said. All in all, I think it's extraordinarily important to remember that in these old homes that these people did exist. They may have either been enslaved or doing whatever they could to get as far away from slavery as they could. These are the people that you may not find on the walls. However, they, whether by choice or not, were just as much a part of the home and how it functioned and how things went about within the home as the families that lived there. While this man was not a huge fan of us as non-employees being there, I am so grateful that he did take a moment to speak with us, because his story deserves to be told. And as you can tell from what Christine has already said, he's still doing good for the home to this day.
Thank you for watching. A sneak peek into the next episode is coming your way.
But first, a few announcements.
Did you know that we're now traveling and making videos full time?
Oh, cool.
But did you also know it's because we're unemployed due to the pandemic?
Not as cool.
If you're interested in our videos, please consider giving to our gas, food, and fixins fund.
We're on Venmo, PayPal, Patreon. All those links are below.
Those on Patreon have got so many cool perks and goodies coming your way.
And some of you already have your initials and names on our bus. Again, info below.
Thanks for keeping us rolling during these crazy times.
We hope to see you back soon.
Why does it creep you out?
I just got something like here's where I was like rude. But like from a feminine vibe?
Yeah, the pianoforte was there with her portrait above it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
This area?
Yeah, like a masculine energy.
People have mentioned, oh, there was a gentleman right next to you.
I'm getting the sense from him, it's not like he doesn't want to talk about how he died. He doesn't want to talk about what time period he came from. He wants to talk about now. Is that true?
I think he's pointing out that, hey, I'm here and I've been here.
Do you approve of all of the partying you see happening in downtown Wilmington?
That is a no.
Really?